Hi, I'm Mark at the Caravan Place, and today I'm going to show you the Eldest Son Style 130. So we've got the Eldest Son Style 130. I'm going to run you through the outside bits first. First along we've got our gas locker, so we can fit 2 kilogram propane gas bottles in here, and we've got it set up for propane gas, which is the red bottles. It's on a hand wheel, so you don't need any special tools or anything like that. It's literally tighten this up, reverse thread, remember, and that will just tighten up by hand, and then we can turn our gas bottle on. Next along we've got our 230 volt hookup, so that just plugs into there, and our leisure battery. We've got our step now. This is a manual step, so to close it in, just literally tilt it forwards and that goes in and then back out. We've got the wastewater drain off, so to drain this off we literally just turn that tap and that will drain that wastewater when that's full. And then we've also got an awning light just on the side there. Now the switch for the awning light is just down here, just inside, and that will then put our awning light on. Round on the opposite side we've got our cassette toilet, so just at the rear our actual cassette toilet is here. Now to remove this we've got the little yellow handle that lifts up and just pulls out and empties in the usual way. Just above we've got the flush water, so this is where we're going to put the flush water for the toilet. So just a little watering can or a little bottle, and that will fill that up with pink chemical as well then. And then just in the bottom here in the actual cassette you'll see we've got batteries. Now that's for the indicator on the toilet to tell you when that's full. And then also just up the top here we've got the little drain off for the actual flush water tank in the winter if you're not going to use it for a while. To empty that out, it's literally pull that out. You might just need to hold that little cable or the little wire and pipe just to the side, and then I'd probably remove the cassette and put a little margarine tub in just to catch the last little dregs, save it going on the floor in there. Next along we've got the flue cover for the water heater, so this must be removed if you're going to use the water heater on gas. So if you've not removed this it's not going to light up on the gas. Next along we've got a little aerial, so for the external aerial, if you go onto site and they've got their own aerial, you can plug into this and that will feed then into the motorhome. Our fresh water, this is going to go into here, so with the keys we just remove that cap and then straight in with a hose and we can fill our onboard water tank up. You can get a pump which you can fill up then from an aquaroll or a water container even, and then that just gives you power to a pump, which a lot of people, it's more hassle to actually do it like that. It's just easier with the hose pipe straight in the side. The little blue unit then is our drain off for our fresh water tank, so that will actually empty our onboard fresh water tank and just empty that down through the winter, etc. Moving inside of the motorhome, we've got our main control panels just at the side here. And here we can select our vehicle battery, so if we were going to use the battery that's actually fitted onto the motorhome to start it, etc., we can run the power from this. In the middle is all off, and then we've got auxiliary, which is our leisure battery that's fitted onto the motorhome. We've got our water tank, so that tells us how much water is in the onboard water tank, and then we've got our water pump on and off. Now before we put our water pump on there's a couple of things that we want to do. Firstly, that we'll need to remove the cover from our sink, and that just slots into the side unit here, and we need to make sure then that our kitchen tap is turned off and also our bathroom tap is turned off. Then just underneath of our little side seat here we've got a little drain off valve which is for the winter and if we're not going to use the motorhome for some time. Now where it is now is ready to use and we can fill the system up and we can use it no problem whatsoever. But if we were going to drain that down, we'd pop that into the upright position. That will now drain the water system down, and then we'd open the taps up and that will then fully drain that water system down. So when we come back in we just need to make sure that all the taps are closed and that drain off valve is shut back into the correct position. We can then go ahead and put our water pump on, and then when we put our taps on that will put our water straight through into our taps. Now on our hot water system, if we have drained the system down, it's going to take a good 5 minutes of coughing and spluttering with that water just to get all that water through the system and get all the air out. And we need to do that on our kitchen tap and also on our bathroom tap, and this also doubles up as the tap and as the shower. And we've got Mr. Wasp coming in, so I'll just try and waft him out before we get into any trouble. Yeah, he's going out, so that's brilliant. So we can then put our water on in the bathroom, and again we just need to get all the air out of the system, get the water through. The end of this tap just twists or pulls down. It's just literally a pull down, and that will then, if I've got two hands, doubles up as the shower as well. That will then extend and go up into the little holder, and then we can pop that back in. When we just want to use our tap as normal. If we want to get our gas system working, the easiest way to get the gas actually through the system is on our hobs. So we can light our hob rings up, and then this is the easiest way to physically see that we've got the gas coming through the system and that we've got gas actually into the motorhome as well. This will just mean that lighting our fridge up, our water heater and our heating system will just be a little bit easier and a little bit quicker. And then again we can turn those off, light up our grill, exactly the same, and then just below we've got our oven. And again, by doing this, it just means that when we come to use our fridge, our heating, it'll just all light up just a little bit quicker. Next along we've got our fridge. We've already got that on the gas running, so I'll just turn that back off a second. I'll put that onto 230 volts, so if we were using it on electric it would literally just be straight onto that one, and that will now work on electric. Our thermostat dial is over on this side, so we can set the temperature of how cold that we want that fridge to be, and then you can put your hand in there, and that after sort of an hour or so you'll start to feel it going cool, and then about 4 hours it will be fully frozen down. You've also got a 12 volt setting, so when you're traveling you can put that onto 12 volt and that will run as you're actually going along. And then you've got the gas as well, so if you go to a site and you've got no 230 volt, we pop that into gas. Now our thermostat also is the same on the gas and the electric, but to light the fridge up on gas we literally hold that button in and then hit our igniter. Now there is a little spyglass hole in the back of the fridge, which is just there. Now if you look closely you may just be able to see the flame once we're lit up on the gas, and you'll be able to see just the blue of the flame. It's a little bit condensated up because we've had the fridge on, getting all that, make sure that it's all fully cooling down, etc. So if you can't see the flame in there, the other way just to double check the fridge is outside on the bottom vent. If you put your ear listening on this bottom vent here, you'll be actually able to hear the flame burning away, and then if you put your hand on the top you'll be able to feel the heat coming out of there also. So that is just a double confirmation that that fridge is working on the gas for you. We've then got our hot water system. So again, we've got all the water through the system now. And then when we've got the water through the system, so we've got a nice steady flow of water on the taps, we can go ahead and put our water heating on. So on the right hand side is our electric hot water, and that literally is all we need to do to put our water heater on electric. And then on gas, and as I say, we need to make sure that we've removed the cover on the outside. We've got the little dial here. Now the little green light comes on just to let us know that that's all lit up, and then we can use the middle dial as our thermostat, so we can set the temperature of the water to where we want that to. Just below that we've got the heat for the fire on electric, So it's a little bit confusing because on this one we've got the two dials that have to be on and together. When I turn the left hand dial, which is our power setting dial, you'll see a little green light come on and then sort of go out pretty quickly. So we've got a little green light that came on. Now if we haven't got this right hand switch on, the little green light and the power won't be on. So when I put this on, you'll see the little green light come back on, and that then has to be on for this to work, and that then puts our fire on electric. And we can then choose 2,500 or 1,000, and then our thermostat is in the middle. If we want to use our fire on the gas, it's the control dial on the top of the fire on the right hand side. Now the fire has been on for a little bit actually, just testing it, but to light it back up, it's literally turn it round, hold the gas valve in, and then hit our igniter, and then we release the control dial, and you should hopefully be able to hear it light up and roar up, and then we can set the temperature where we want that to be, just actually on the control dial there. Now over on the left hand side is our blown air heating setting. Now this will work for the gas and the electric on our heat setting, and we literally just put that onto A, and that will then put the blown air heating on and stop putting out any heat through the front of the fire. As I say, that will work on the gas and the electric, so once we've got the heating setting on, we can just put it onto A, and that will then put our heat through. If we turn our fire heating off, we can then put it over to the left hand side, and we can then control the speed of that fan. And this is more so if we just wanted our blown cool air around the caravan, and just cooling it round during the summer, etc. And that will literally just put the cool air around the caravan. Our lighting system then, so we've got quite a few different lights. We've got ceiling lights, and these have got their own individual little switches on. We've got our spotlights, we've got another roof light, and then we've got two spotlights over on the side, and then we've also got our kitchen light, which is just on there. The bathroom has also got a light in there. Now the switch for the bathroom is just over by the wardrobe, and now when we put that one on and off, we can just turn our bathroom lights on. So if that light above or the little switch on that light isn't working, just make sure that the actual switch is in the on position. We've then got our toilet, so we've got the cassette toilet. Now this is a manual flush, so to put our flush water through the toilet is with the handle, so we just literally pump that through, and that will put the flush water through. To open the cassette and let everything through, we've got the little grey handle, and that then just opens and lets everything through into the toilet. There's a little indicator on the top right. Now that will illuminate when the cassette is full and that needs emptying. Hopefully we have run through all of the setup and where everything goes and how to use everything on this eldest son style 130. If there is anything else that you need any help with, just give us a call. Thanks, I'm Mark at the Caravan Place.